Good evening, everyone. My name is Missy Lane, and you're watching 5-Minute Bedtime Stories. Tonight's selection is called Monster Trouble, and it's written by Lane Fredrickson, and it's about a little girl named Winifred who's afraid of monsters. Now, we all know there's no such thing as monsters, right? There's not monsters in our closet or monsters under our bed. We know that, right? But sometimes we might still get scared. We might start to wonder. And that's kind of what's happening to Winifred. So let's see how she solves the problem of monster trouble. Winifred Schnitzel was never afraid, not of monsters or ghouls or the noises they made. She loved scary movies and werewolves and thunder and peg-legged pirates who bury their plunder. So she's brave. She's never afraid. Still, Winifred's bedtime was hardly spook-free. The neighborhood monsters would not let her be. Each night they'd show up and attempt to be scary. Some would growl, some would belch, and others were slimy, some hairy. Look at those monsters that show up. Do they really come to her bedroom? I don't know. I bet not. But all of their monsterly mayhem was moot because Winifred Schnitzel thought monsters were cute. Still, night after night, all those monsters kept creeping into Winifred's room, interrupting her sleeping. They won't leave her alone. She wants to get her rest. She needs her beauty rest. Too tired for math, too exhausted for fun, she finally decided those monsters are done. She ordered a book titled Monsters Beware and constructed the sticky string small monster snare. A snare is like a trap. So it's called the sticky string small monster snare. She's going to try to trap them. Is it going to work? Let's find out. But that night, the big monsters all showed up first. So the sticky string snare got stretched out and it burst. There were monsters on bedposts and stuck to the wall. They made slingshots from string. They were having a ball. Winifred sighed. They were louder than ever. She knew that she needed to try something clever. She needs to come up with a plan B. So I wonder what she'll think of next. Let's keep reading. So she brought in some stinky old Limburger cheese, and the label said, "Caution, makes big monsters sneeze." The monsters just called up the Goblin Street Deli, and they ordered in bagels and fish eyeball jelly. Ew. Gross. Winifred barely got through the next day. She dozed off in art class and snoozed through ballet. She decided, that's it, I've got to get tough. She was tired of monsters. Enough was enough. So she built every spooky trap in Monsters Beware and one of her own called the Prickly Bum Chair. Uh-oh, the Prickly Bum Chair. No, that looks like a clever idea. If they sit down on that, that's going to hurt. Poor Winifred yawned. She was so very sleepy. She was starting to look a bit spookishly creepy. When the monsters showed up with their howling and roaring, Winifred Schnitzel was already snoring. She was so tired, she's sleeping through it all. She doesn't even hear them come into her room this time. She was dreaming of puppies when a monster went hiss. She reached out and gave it a big sleepy kiss. The monster yelled, "Yuck!" All the other monsters were heaving. One gagged, and a big monster shouted, "I'm leaving!" Winifred knew that despite their uniqueness, she discovered that monsters have one silly weakness. What don't they like? Do you remember? He leaned down in her ear and went, hiss, and she came back with a big sleepy kiss. I don't think the monsters liked that. This one said, "I'm out of here. I'm leaving." So she puckered and pouted and kissed them all good, and those monsters screamed, running as fast as they could. They didn't want to be kissed. How funny. Now Winifred sleeps very soundly at night. In the daytime, she's happy and perky and bright. But sometimes she finds that a monster's crept in, right around bedtime, with a monsterly grin. She ignores all the growling and roaring and hissing, since the one thing that all monsters hate most is kissing. That's right. So those monsters are going to leave her alone as long as she keeps giving out those goodnight kisses. They don't want any part of that. I think that's silly. Who doesn't love a cuddle and a kiss? Will you sing Skin-a-Rink with me and blow a kiss at the end? Skin-a-ma-rinky-dinky-ding, skin-a-ma-rinky-doo. I love you. I love you in the morning and in the afternoon. I love you in the evening and underneath the moon. Oh, skin-a-ma-rinky-dinky-dink, skin-a-ma-rinky-doo. I love you too. Boop, boop, be doo. Did you catch my kiss? I hope you did. Let's sing 2 more songs together. It's our special lullaby songs. I'm going to put up my star, and I'm going to invite you to sing Twinkle, Twinkle with me. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. And one more bedtime song before bed. I see the moon and the moon sees me. God bless the moon and God bless me. Thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you have a great night. I'll see you next time on 5-Minute Bedtime Stories.